Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we break down South Africa's biggest political stories and bring you the facts, context, and commentary you won't find anywhere else. If you're passionate about justice, accountability, and South Africa's ever-evolving political drama, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we turn our attention to a political feud that refuses to die down, one that has spanned presidencies, courtrooms, commissions, and countless headlines. We are talking about the deep and bitter animosity between former President Jacob Zuma and current President Cyril Ramaphosa. The latest development? Zuma has reportedly written to Ramaphosa, questioning his controversial decision to appoint Justice Raymond Zondo as Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court. And this comes on top of Zuma's ongoing private prosecution of Ramaphosa, a move that many view as a desperate attempt to settle old scores and reclaim lost influence. But let's back up a bit and unpack how we got here. The roots of this rivalry run deep. Zuma, once the leader of the African National Congress and President of South Africa from 2009 to 2018, has seen his political legacy heavily tarnished by accusations of corruption, state capture, and mismanagement. Much of the damaging testimony against him came out during the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, which was chaired by none other than Judge Raymond Zondo himself. That commission produced thousands of pages of evidence, testimonies, and findings that painted a devastating picture of corruption during Zuma's time in office. Unsurprisingly, Zuma and Zondo's relationship became adversarial, especially after Zuma defied the commission by refusing to appear, resulting in a constitutional court ruling and ultimately, his arrest in July 2021. Zuma's arrest sparked a wave of violent unrest in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, leaving hundreds dead and billions in damage. It was one of the most violent episodes in post-apartheid South Africa, and many saw it as a political message. Zuma still had the power to destabilize the nation. Fast forward to now, and that animosity is back in the headlines. According to a statement by the Jacob Zuma Foundation, the former president has penned a letter to President Cyril Ramaphosa, raising serious concerns about his decision to appoint Raymond Zondo as Chief Justice. While the letter itself has not been made public, the foundation insists that Zuma is questioning the legitimacy and wisdom of placing Zondo at the head of South Africa's judiciary, particularly given their contentious history. The message is clear: Zuma does not trust Zondo to be an impartial guardian of the Constitution, and he believes Ramaphosa made a politically motivated choice. Critics of Zuma were quick to dismiss this move, labeling it yet another attempt to stay relevant in a political landscape that has largely moved on from his presidency. Some South Africans have described Zuma's actions as sickening and desperate, accusing him of dragging the country through endless legal drama while refusing to take responsibility for the consequences of his leadership. For them, Zuma's repeated clashes with the judiciary, the presidency, and the ANC leadership reflect a broader refusal to accept the end of his political era. But supporters of Zuma, particularly in KwaZulu-Natal and rural parts of the country, see things differently. To them, Zuma remains a victim of political persecution, a man targeted by a judiciary that they claim is biased and politically compromised. They argue that Zondo should never have been allowed to preside over a commission in which he was personally invested, and they question whether justice can truly be served in a system that appears stacked against one man. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Zuma has challenged Ramaphosa's leadership in recent months. He's currently pursuing a private prosecution against the president, accusing him of being an accessory after the fact in the leaking of medical information related to Advocate Billy Downer, the state prosecutor in Zuma's long-running arms deal corruption case. While legal experts say this prosecution is unlikely to succeed, given the dubious legal grounds on which it is based, it's a clear sign that Zuma is not backing down from his war against Ramaphosa, the judiciary, or anyone he views as part of a broader campaign to sideline him. In fact, Zuma has been increasingly vocal in recent months, making public appearances, speaking at MK party events, and hinting at a broader political comeback. While the ANC has distanced itself from Zuma, especially after the establishment of the new Umkhonto weSizwe party that appears to be aligned with his supporters, it's clear that the former president still commands a loyal following. His name continues to inspire fierce debate, with some calling him a freedom fighter turned villain, while others insist he is the last honest defender of the poor. The current clash over Judge Zondo's appointment also raises deeper questions about the independence of South Africa's judiciary, the credibility of the Zondo Commission, and the limits of presidential power. Was Zondo the right choice to lead the Constitutional Court, especially after such a highly politicized and public role in the state capture inquiry? Or is Zuma simply using every tool at his disposal to undermine institutions that have held him accountable? What's perhaps most disturbing is how this personal feud has come to symbolize a broader institutional crisis in South Africa. As long as Zuma continues to challenge the authority of the courts and the presidency, and as long as Ramaphosa continues to govern under the shadow of the state capture legacy, the country will remain stuck in a cycle of political finger-pointing and legal warfare. The question is, how much longer can this go on? South Africa is currently facing mounting challenges: load shedding, unemployment, rising crime, and a deeply fractured ANC ahead of crucial elections. In this context, the ongoing Zuma-Ramaphosa conflict feels like a dangerous distraction from the urgent issues at hand. While Zuma's loyalists may see him as a warrior for justice, many South Africans are simply tired of the endless drama. Still, it's clear that Zuma is not going away quietly. The latest letter to Ramaphosa over Zondo's appointment is more than just a political stunt, it's part of a long-term strategy to rewrite the narrative around state capture, discredit his enemies, and possibly rebuild a new political platform for himself. Whether that strategy succeeds or not will depend on the courts, public opinion, and the ANC's ability to contain the fallout. So what do you think? Is Jacob Zuma raising valid concerns about judicial independence, or is this just another chapter in his ongoing campaign to stay relevant and avoid accountability? And how should President Ramaphosa respond? Stay quiet, push back, or try to find a way to reconcile? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, like this video if you found it insightful, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth political analysis from across South Africa. We'll be following this story closely as it develops. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay engaged, and see you next time.